start marking where to cut. We're going to use this small device I purchased in China. It's just a V-block with a point and a what's it called, level? The thing with the bubble, at least. And so I placed the bar flat on the floor because we want to have the floor frame tubes going like perpendicular to this, like on this axis, on this angle. So what we want to do is find the top. So I'm going to level it. Do a small dot there. Same here. Another dot. And well, for good measure, one more. I'll take my ruler, a little bit oversized, but it's the first one I can find. Place it here. I forgot to decrease this. I can see the line, so that's good. Okay, that's step one. Now I'm going to measure on this side what will be the angle. I'm going to use the, what's it called, laser level for that. Yeah, so this one's a little bit easier. I put the bar upside down, so because I just want to make the cut lines on the feet on the same level, or perpendicular with the floor in this case, with the top bar. And I just use a laser level. So now I'm going to adjust the laser level height to match the marking. And it should already be good. Sweet. Well, it's actually perfect, but I just want to have it perpendicular. This side. Well, that's it. Now I'm going to use the template I printed online on blocklayer.com and align it with the markings I just made. So I want to have this direction on the same level here, at least the cut line. I want to have on the same level as the laser level thing we just did, and then that's it actually. I'm going to turn it around. Should be the same line on this side. Oh, it's not matching. So did my printer scale this maybe? It shouldn't really matter much because it's I'm just gonna cut it by hand anyway. And maybe this is supposed to be like this. I don't know actually. I measured the scale that's on this one. I don't know. Let's just cut it and we'll see. We'll see what happens. It's if it's a little bit wide, it's not bad. It's actually better even because then you have a little bit of a gap with for some proper penetration when welding. So I like proper penetration. Yeah. That's it. Well, let's get the angle grinder. Okay, pipes in the vise, so let's cut it. Oh man, I love AutoCAD and precision. Everything, everything. Ha! This is the best ever. That's pretty good, I'd say. Let's not break my neck. Okay, quick explanation of how I align the subframe engine assembly with the rest of the car, with the frame machine that's underneath. So as you can see, I marked the center line of the frame machine, which will be the center line of the actual frame. That's my reference point. And now I have a sticker here and a line on both sides. That's the right hand side. This is the old one. This is the 80 mil moved back position. So what I did now is that I on this side I have a laser level, my best friends in this project. So I lined it. Oh fuck, shit. Okay, realign. So you be a witness. Oh, it's not that bad. So on this side you can see it's aligned over there with the knuckle bolt or nut. What is it? It's a nut. Okay, a nut on this side and also on this side. It's in the center, which means that's the drive shaft center, and that's what should be aligned with the front drive shaft to make everything square. That's one side, and then I marked the subframe for the center of the subframe. It's over here. On that side, I had to clamp a. Can I point at it there? I had to clamp a square to the subframe because it's a little bit higher up there. But center on that line, and then and now you can see the lines on the frame machine. They don't line up with the engine. I tried to do it the other way around. To move the engine, slide it on the four stands. I'm gonna weld them down or strap them down later, but it didn't slide. So now I'm going to move the frame machine, and as soon as all the white lines on the frame machine line up with the laser level, then it should be square and ready to go. And if that's done, I can start connecting these subframe mounting points to the main hoop, and then connect the rest of all the dots. But then if that point is connected to that point, it means that we no longer have two parts of the car, but it's all one part. And then I'll take off the cabin, move the frame machine back, so the cabin can stand here on the floor for a second, or there. It's not super heavy, but it's a little bit hard to get off, so I'll probably use the lift to lift it up, move the frame machine underneath, put it down, and then just push it on the floor. It's about, I think, like 80 kilos or whatever, maybe 100 kilos with the glass in. I don't know, no idea actually. Maybe I can weigh it. But yeah, that's the next step, so let's get to it. Okay, now it's lined, but it's going that way, so I have to move the nose a little bit out. Hopefully these will stay in place to prevent the back from moving. Let's see. Now we're there. Double check. Yep, still aligned. Now the front to back movement. Let's see. Where are we? No, you're kidding. Okay, this is dead on. That's a surprise, that's easy. Just align one. Yeah, this is perfectly aligned. Okay, now I can lower the engine. Let's see if it's still aligned. Oh, perfect. This line, yes. Perfect, nice. I've been a little bit lucky. As you can see here, it's still aligned with the bolt on the knuckle, and it says axle center. And on this side, still aligned. Yeah, you can hardly see it, but you can see it maybe from the inside. Yeah, this line, that's aligned. And on this line, I should replace the batteries on this laser level, but you can see it here at best, I think. But it is aligned. So let's strap it down, remove the lift arms out of the way, strap it down, and then later try to weld. But it's hard to weld to these blue stands because they're like it's cast iron and they're super thick, so it's hard to get a little bit of heat in. But I think I'll just stick with straps. Okay, so the cabin is off. Not completely. I actually wanted to put it down and then like slide it on the floor that way. But it's not that much work I need to do. I need to make a cross in here. And something I want to do is actually cut off these corners and make a 45-degree tube in here. So we have a little bit more of freedom here when it comes to the wheel. If I want to go to like 17-inch or whatever in the future, no idea why, but now it's easy. Shouldn't there be any danger to the structural strength of the frame, because there will be a cross and there's multiple points here. And the only thing I can't like have welds in is the main hoop, and the rest of the frame is all up to me. So yeah, let's do that. Yesterday I got into this like fabrication flow and didn't want to bother. Well, actually I didn't really realize I wasn't filming anything. So sorry, but off camera I made a cross in the floor frame. But yeah, let's make the cross in the rear, in the main hoop, and I will show you that. Sorry for the off-camera work. Find the center of this radius. It's very faint. I can see a little bit of marking here where the bender started to bend this tube. So here, and then halfway through. Well, that's halfway the radius. So, and I know I can copy this from left to the right. Let's see. No harm when left and right are like, I don't know, a millimeter off. But well, it's easy to measure and doesn't hurt to be a little bit more precise. So now I'm going to measure the distance from that corner to this corner. Hopefully it sticks to the magnet. Just a 45-degree welding magnet that I use in this corner. And I just add a few millimeters. And I make the first cut, and then the second cut will be a little bit too long, but that doesn't matter because I'm with making the second cut I can change make it to final dimensions. This will be about 176, so take 178 and we'll be fine. So the first thing I need to do, before I do anything else, since I tend to forget this step, is to mark where the center line of the tube is, so that this side and that side align perfectly. I degreased everything first with paint thinner, and now I just use a piece of angle iron and a paint marker. Just choose a random spot where I start. Okay, now let's go inside and print a template. I have a few templates already, which are a little bit mangled, but those are for different size. So let's print some new ones. Okay, so the parent tube diameter is 45, the cut tube diameter is 40, the cut tube wall thickness is 2, and the cut tube angle is 90. So yeah, let's calculate this. You get this template, you can say diagrams to PDF. You can download 3 PDFs for each thing, but 1 is sufficient. So this is 45 to 40 at 90 degrees. Save that. Then I'm going to create the second one, which is 45, and we measured before the angle is 53. So calculate, and I say diagrams to PDF again. I click PDF number 2, save that as 45 to 40 at 53 degrees. And that's it. That's that done. Now we can open both files I need. Okay, what I did before with the main hoop is that I accidentally, if you print on a Mac at least, I don't know if it's different on, maybe it's different on all programs, I don't know, but it automatically says scale to fit, and in this small field here it says 94%, and that throws off all the dimensions, so I should set it to scale and reset 100. I don't know if you can like automatically set this to non-scaling for future prints, but now I'll just do it manually. So I click print for this one, close the screen so I know I already have this. And then I do 50 to 40, 45 to 40 at 90 degrees. Also at 100% scaling, so no scaling actually. Hit print again. So here are the 2 prints. It says 90 degrees and 53 degrees, you can always read it. Now I just go do some old school imprint style cutting in. Well, only cutting. It doesn't have to be super precise, but maybe, well yeah, it can be as precise as you want. If you cut it by angle grinder, it will never be super precise. So anyway, it's a quick win. You just take some care in cutting this up. That's one template done for the 90 degree. Recycle the leftover paper. Yes. And we go back to the workshop, lock the computer and walk away. Okay, let's cut the 90 degree side first. I need a little piece of tape. I use electrical tape because it's a little bit flexible. So if I need to remove or move, then the tape will give a little bit. So I align it with, I make sure that these corners are lined up exactly. Wrap it around as tight as possible. I go use the tape to keep it in place. I use black for this because it's a little bit easier to see when I'm doing the actual cutting. Also a reason to degrease the tube. otherwise the paint won't stick to it. You could also use a spray can or whatever, but this is just as quick and easy. Okay, then we take off. I'll always go that way with the template, because if I go the other way I have to wait for the paint to dry, the ink. I don't want that. So I'm only going to cut this side first, measure again, and then do the other side. Okay, this is the angle I just measured. Now I should go like this. Yeah. So it's the obviously low side on this side, high side on that side. So I go. There's a well, my printer's not the best, but a little bit of faint dotted line in the middle, which I'm going to align with the line we marked before. Okay, that's done. Now I can align. And you can better be, in this case, I can better be a little bit short than too long, because that will mean that I move the the bottom tube is here and the other tube is here, that would mean like this, I should say. That would mean if it's short, it will move this way a little bit, but if it's too long, it will be in the corner. And since it's on the other side, it's also in the corner. There's no physical way for it to get in, so it must always be a little bit shorter. And well, if you cut this tube a little bit, like a 1 or 2 millimeter too short, then it actually gets easier to install. And for the structural integrity, well, I'm not an engineer, but I can't imagine that making a big difference. So we're going to mark this and go back to the other workshop through the snow and cut it with the angle grinder. And why am I not cutting this on the lathe, you may ask? Well, that's since the lathe is positioned in a way that I can't get a tube in that's longer than 80 centimeters or whatever. as I said before, it's a little bit short. But if it was all the way in this corner, then it couldn't have fit at all. So now I have a little bit of wiggle room. I can either choose to lower it there or to move it in here. But there will be many tubes connected to this point, so the safest point is to make it the weakest here. It's not weak, but weaker than, well, I don't know. I'm not an engineer. I have no idea. For the second tube, I could make exactly the same one as this, and then put it here and mark it where this tube goes, but it's not the way I prefer to work. With this tube I did it one big tube and then two smaller ones. So now I'm going to first make this one and then that one. But to do that I first need to put some kind of ruler next to this to mark exactly where this will meet. So I can measure from this point to this point and from this point to that point. And I can't just take the middle or whatever, because this is not it's not a square. It's actually higher than it's wide. So that's also why this is not 45 degrees but 53. Yes. Magic of editing. Here we have a pipe with a 90 degree and a 72 degree angle. Bottom. That's it. More cover. So the last thing I'm going to do today is welding this tube, which will connect the frame, the front subframe, with the back subframe, and then the car won't stand on its wheels, but it's one part, yeah, already. So this is a milestone thingy. The welds are still smoking, but this is it for today. Hope you enjoyed this episode. It's now getting more and more fabrication stuff. Main hoop is done, the cross inside is done, the floor frame is done, the front of the frame is connected to the rear assembly, the engine and its subframe. So yeah, and next will be making a lot of crosses and connecting dots, but the main challenge now is to connect the top mount for the rear suspension and so the front suspension, but first rear, because that's easier, I guess, to the top of the main hoop. And then I can make more crosses. Lots of crosses. Okay, on that bombshell, see you next time. Hit on!